Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, back with more No Man's Sky Next gameplay. We're picking up right where we left off at the end of the last episode, with a storm raging outside the drop pod, in which we've just obtained our final exosuit storage inventory upgrade. Look, we've got all the inventory slots. I'm full of inventory. Why do I have marrow bulbs on me? Get rid of them. Don't know. And we're in the process of trying to repair our broke-down Hoopty starship that we accidentally traded for our fully functioning starship, the Cougar's Claw, in the last episode. I think that our top priority for repair here is going to be the boosted thrusters. Let's get in it to get out of the storm. Get out of the storm. And check out the efficient thrusters need dihydrogen jelly, which we can make, and a tech module, which we cannot make. We have to purchase. I could have purchased that back at the trading post that we just left if I weren't such a doof. Also, microprocessors, all of my microprocessors in the inventory of the Cougar's Claw, which I accidentally traded in for this broke down ship that we're still hoping to retrieve the Cougar's Claw at some point. We really, really are. In light of the fact that we can't repair any of those either of those two items that we actually need to repair, let's see what else we might be able to repair here. Chlorine is not going to be easy to get. I think you can refine something into chlorine. What is it, though? I don't know. Hull fractures, we need to repair a bunch of hull fractures, and those take a bunch of chromatic metal. Platinum, we had a bunch of platinum in the Cougar's Claw. Paraffinium and pugnium we need to stop these radiation leaks. And a bunch of gold and more chromatic metal. So, chromatic metal is our top priority. The storm has stopped. Let's check it out and see if there's any copper nearby for us to mine. Copper, close. Drop pod over there, or not drop pod, but cargo pod over there. Monolith we should probably check out. Copper deposit that away. Something I haven't scanned. Units received. You know you've been playing too much No Man's Sky when every time you get change back at the grocery store you hear units received in your head, which has been happening to me lately. It's all good. Let's hope this is a significant copper deposit here, because we need so very much of it. So very much. Yeah, looks okay. Sure, alright. Any sentinels around? Oops, sentinel over there. Let's put ourselves on the other side of the sentinel so that we can keep an eye on him as we deform the terrain here. Yeah, this is fairly good sized deposit. It's not huge. Not tiny. Yeah, fairly tiny. Out of fuel. Let's dump in some pure ferrite, even though we need that pure ferrite for repairs on our broke down crappy starship. It's not crappy. It's not a crappy starship. It's just broke down. That's it. That was it. Something tells me we are not going to find great big massive deposits on this planet because it is a fairly hospitable planet. The worse the environment, the better the resource deposits. So the environment here is not too bad, which means we're probably not going to find great big deposits anywhere here. So that other copper deposit over there. Let's go check it out. We just spent a bunch of oxygen on the exosuit repairs, so let's pick up these oxygen things here. Oxygen plants. Oxygen-rich plants. Hello. I'm Cougar. I'm not feeding you. I know you'd love it if I fed you. I like the trees here look very Earth-like. It's kind of nice here. I need carbon, and these guys have lots of it. So let's destroy it. Let's destroy the beautiful sequoia. On our way to the copper deposit, which we hope is a little bit larger than the last one. Oop. Hostile plant. Yeah, Sentinel, I'm not doing anything wrong. Leave me alone. Oh, is it salt? Does salt... Wait a minute. Something here was offering salt, and unless I'm mistaken, salt is what you put in the refiner to get chlorine, which is what we need for one of those repairs. So just to confirm that, I'm going to pick up a little bit of salt here, and when we get back, I'll throw it in the refiner and see if it will refine into chlorine. Yeah, another smallish copper deposit. Any sentinels around? Yep, right there, right on top of me. Go away, Sentinel. I need this copper. Yeah, I don't think, in terms of harvesting lots of copper, we probably should have gone to that isotopic planet. I'm not mining. I'm not mining. Somebody else mining, not me. Move along, move along. That's it. Tiny, tiny little copper deposits here. Any more tiny copper deposits for us to harvest? Dioxide. Dioxide. This one's... That's the copper deposit we just were at. A copper deposit up there, but we would need the starship to get up there. And I don't know that it's really worth burning a launch fuel to get up there. Copper deposit 281 that way. Let's see if... That may be up on top of this thing that we probably can't get up to. Is there a way to get up there, maybe, over here? We could always use the terrain manipulator to dig ourselves a path up to the top of one of these. Because it is right down on the... Oh, we're running low on thermal protection. Well, in an emergency... I mean, I've seen sodium plants all over the place here, so we can always just use sodium to recharge. Is it going to be worth trying to climb up to the top here to get that tiny copper deposit? Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. Depleted. Need more. Wow, we're using up a lot of ferrite doing this, but sorry, I was just looking around. There we go. Daylight. Hey! You can see my house from up here. The copper deposit's up here. Yep. Isn't it? Are you kidding me? Is there... There's a copper deposit indicated here, but... no copper. You said there was copper up here. You lied to me. My scanner lied to me. You horrible scanner. I thought you were my friend. Not a total waste. It's kind of neat being up here. It's only neat because it's floating. It's still just the same terrain that there is down on the ground, but... Yep, it's getting cold. My thermal protection is almost completely out. We'll wait until it totally runs out, and then we'll use a little bit of sodium to replenish it. I mean, do I just start killing creatures to find out which ones are the predators? I don't know how to tell which are the predators. Well, I wonder, when you scan them, does it tell you behavior peaceful? Behavior peaceful. Maybe it'll say predator when I scan one if it's a predator. I need to recharge my hazard protection here. And then let's head back to the ship. In terms of copper gathering, we're in totally... Oh, hostile plant, sorry. Oh, another hostile plant, ow. In terms of copper gathering, we're on the wrong freaking planet for that. Is there anything... Let's see, scan him. His behavior is seeks company. I don't know how to tell which ones are that. We've got a mission, if you don't remember, from the last episode, we picked up in the last episode, to kill predatory creatures, which is not a mission I would have chosen, but we were talking to a Gek, and he said, will you help me with something? And I said, yes. And he gave me this mission to kill predatory creatures, which is not really what I want to be doing. But I took the mission without knowing what it was. Where's my ship? Am I even heading toward my ship? I thought my ship was this way. Where's my ship? There's a cargo drop over here. What you got? Gimme. Projectile ammunition. Something else. Condensed carbon. And our inventory's full. Wow. It's full of all the stuff. Full of all the good stuff we need. I don't want to get rid of any of this stuff. Rats. Ooh, a massive, massive field of oxygen-rich plants. I can't pass these by. Let's totally fill up our oxygen supply off of these guys. Wow, this is the largest grouping of oxygen-rich plants I've ever seen. Now, where the heck is my ship? Over here. Going the wrong way. Over your sense of direction. What's happening? I have that little bit of salt. I want to throw it into the portable refiner and see if refining salt is what gives me the chlorine that we would need. My life support is offline, but I have lots of oxygen with which to recharge it. Alright, we've already got our refiner down. First thing I'm going to do before we throw that copper in is check the salt situation. Alright, what will you give me if I give you salt? Come on, button. Work. 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 Go. Down. Go. Jeez Louise, buttons. Yeah, chlorine. Okay, great. Let's just refine that up. Well, take it back. If I take the chlorine back, crap. Take the chlorine back, that's going to take up room in my inventory. I don't want to send it back to the freighter either. Well, there's got to be something in our inventory we can send up to the freighter. How about a Corvax cube? Sure. And I don't think we're going to need the projectile ammunition. I think we've already got some up at the freighter. Almost sure we've got Gek relics up at the freighter. So those will stack. Oh, I know we have rusted metal up in the freighter. That'll stack. Okay. Freed up 4 inventory slots. Good. Give me your chlorine, and I will give you my copper, if these buttons will work for me. Work button. 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 Go. Button. Go up. Button. I'm suspecting that the reason they make you hold the button down on so many things is because they could never actually get the buttons to work right. In the meantime, we're going to harvest up as much salt as we can to make chlorine. And if we get a bunch of ferrite dust along the way, I'm okay with that. I'd love to find a more direct source of salt instead of just harvesting a little bit of salt off all these, but let's see. I wonder if there is such a thing as a salt deposit that you can mine with the terrain manipulator. This is going to take forever. I'm getting like 5 salt off of each of these rocks. Yeah, we're getting lots of ferrite dust, which is not a terrible thing because we'll refine it into pure ferrite. And or magnetized ferrite, which you always need because that's what powers your terrain manipulator. And how much chlorine did we need for the repair on that ship? I forget. We'll go back and check in just a second. One more of the maberite rocks. And let's see, how much salt did we get from mining those 5 or 6 rocks? 42. Probably not enough for our repairs once we transform it into chlorine. Yeah, we'll warm up. Hang on. Let's get some stuff cooking. Pick up the chromatic metal. Boy, we need a lot more chromatic metal than that, my friend. A lot more. We need to go to another planet. This planet's not going to do it for the copper. Yeah, this is only going to give us 24 chlorine. Let's go remind ourselves what we needed for the repairs that we wanted to do on the... What needs chlorine? This. Oh, we only need 25 chlorine. All right, that's doable. And refine up some of the bunch of ferrite we just got. That's totally doable. We're just going to duck in here real quick to let our temperature levels stabilize. We're almost stable, guys. Alright, we're stable. Alright, we got some chlorine. Let's throw in a bunch of that ferrite we just got and make that pure. Let's purify it. In the meantime, repair whatever needed repair here. Well, we need both. We both need both components to repair it. So, hang on. Just patience, patience, patience. Is there anything around here that'll give me more salt? I don't need more salt. Now that'll give me salt as well, but I don't really need it. I think we've got open inventory slots. We can check out this damaged machinery over here while we wait for our refining to do its thing. Sodium nitrate, yep. And 26 nanite clusters for a little bit of sodium nitrate. I'll take that. bad boy's still cooking up the ferrite. And once that's refined into pure ferrite, it's almost done. Now we throw it right back in there and make it a magnetized ferrite. Well, might as well go ahead and turn it all into magnetized ferrite. We can always make more. And we're going to burn a bunch of it as soon as we complete that repair. Now, what's really going to suck is if I get this ship all repaired and spend lots of time and resources repairing it, and then find another ship that we like even better and trade it in, where we could have traded it in without doing the repairs and probably, you know, saved a lot of time and energy that way. While we're waiting for that to do its thing, do you want to poke our noses down into this cave here? See what's going on down here? This doesn't look very scary or dangerous. It's not very deep. Oh, this is just a little baby cave. Yeah. Goes nowhere. Not good. Might as well do a little harvesting since we're just waiting for that cooking to be done. We used up a bunch of cobalt on our exosuit repair, so we might as well grab some more of that as long as we're in here. And now I'll bet our refining is done, so let's head back up. Oh, it goes this way too. This isn't a very interesting cave. Yeah. Nah, I don't like this cave. It's boring. Let's get out of here. But first, hazardous flora, you die. Nobody flings toxins at Cougar and lives to tell the tale. Wow. Alright. Our refiner is still refining. See, it's got the red glow going. Did we already check this? It's right next to camp. We have to... Yeah, okay. But we'll definitely have enough magnetized ferrite to... Oh, we ran out of fuel. No, that's fine. Let's keep the... No, let's pick up the magnetized ferrite and the pure ferrite. Finish that repair that we were here to do. And then I think we're gonna get off of this planet. Let's fix our rusted circuits. Slot cannot be used for storage or technology and damages repair used. Okay. Alright. Rusted circuits repaired. Now these hull fractures, these are the things we need all that chromatic metal for. Gold, magnetized ferrite. We need more magnetized ferrite for this, but we don't have the gold for it anyway. Alright, well, let's call this a mildly successful excursion to this frost planet here. I have enjoyed being here, but it's not giving us the resources we really need to get this ship repaired. And getting the ship repaired is really only necessary in terms of giving us something to do to burn the time we need to advance the storyline with Nada and Polo. So I'm gonna go check out that monolith before we leave the planet, but it's a little bit far away, so let's try to speed up our trip there by getting up into orbit first. Now, I don't think I've been to this monolith before, but no guarantees. It is entirely possible that I, in fact, have been here before, because I've been to this planet before without you. I'm sorry it had to be that way, but it is entirely possible that I really screwed up. Oh no, I've never been here. I'm pretty positive. This does not look like a monolith I've ever visited. No, and those knowledge stones would be glowing if I'd been here before, so let's set her down. Hello, Monolith. You're a beauty. Let's grab the knowledge. I've learned the Viking word for dowry. That will never come in handy. I have learned the Viking word for pressure. That could, in fact, come in handy. And I've learned the Viking word for heavy. That will almost certainly come in handy at some point. And now, let's check out the visitation of Yaspa Yorogo. Gamchan, Zuthaz, Viking Hohe. I'm trying to read the glyphs on the ancient monument when I feel a strange chill. A layer of frozen gas suddenly coats the monolith from bottom to top. It's so cold that I can see my breath inside my helmet. There is one small gap in the crystal ice, and I feel convinced that I could feed some of my mind elements through it so they can come in contact with the monolith behind. Now, I've learned the Viking word for thaws. And it is down there in the message that we originally got. So what would thaw this? I would think a catalytic element would give us our best chance at actually thawing it. And boy, if I had a Viking, I've got Viking daggers up on the freighter. I don't have one with me. I'm going to insert some sodium here and see what happens. My elements are not returned. Nothing happened. I did it wrong. Well, I'm not sure how I could have deciphered what it wanted any better. Oh well, we missed out on whatever that was. And by we, I mean me, by making the wrong choice. Since we've already sat down, let's just do a quick scan to see if there's anything nearby that we might want to check out. A cargo drop, dioxide deposit, a humming egg, sac venom. Those are the knowledge stones. There's a copper deposit. These copper deposits have really not been worth my time or energy in going to retrieve them, but looks like there may be another. Oh, there's another knowledge stone over there that we should go grab. Humming egg, buried tech module. Damaged machinery. Alien artifact. Well, let's grab all the alien artifacts anyway. There's one over here. Knowledge stone. The Viking word for sentinel. That will surely be useful. Look at these clusters of oxygen plants here. Wow. So much oxygen. We've got plenty of oxygen. We don't need more oxygen. What we do need is that other artifact. Where was the other artifact? It's not showing up on the scanner now. Whoops. Let's go see what that gives us. Oh, you hostile plants. You bother me. I'm not going to kill it, though. It's just doing what it does. It's just trying to protect itself. Here's a plant I haven't scanned. That is a Spinuxium. Teach me a word, please, knowledge stone. Give me your knowledge. I have learned the Viking word for bless. Something tells me that's not a word that the Viking use that often, but who knows? Might as well harvest some condensed carbon, as long as we're here. Can never have too much carbon. Oh, blizzard coming. We should head back. Blizzard coming. I don't like blizzards. People die in blizzards. Did you know that? But I will risk the wrath of the blizzard for one more scan. I must scan all the things. Jetpack depleted. Brrr. Alright, well, I think with the storm here and all of the knowledge gained, I think we will head out. Is there anything else on this planet that we should check out while we're here? What was that? Resource depot, we've been there. I think we've hit everything we were going to hit here. Just take one last look around to make sure. Yep, that's it. So we've been to that resource depot and got good stuff out of it, but it didn't, the marker didn't disappear. I'm assuming because we didn't actually set down there. We just strafed the resource depot from the air and picked up all the good stuff that way. We really don't have a reason to go back to our capital ship right now. I don't think. Back to the freighter. I think we're just going to head for Prie. Alright, let's do it. Ugh. Do you want to play like I Spy or something? I spy with my little eye something that begins with P. Yes, it's the planet Prie. You guessed it. You're so smart. You win. Congratulations. You win a GIF with lots of fancy explosions in it. That's your prize. And yes, it's GIF, not GIF. I don't care what you say. Alright, we've got no actual locations to set down near as far as markers are concerned. So why don't we... Wow, we flew down right into some kind of storm. So let's just cruise around a bit, see if we can stumble across something interesting to set down near. Wow, interesting formations here. So this is an isotopic planet. It's an irradiated planet. We are going to be taking, you know, the radiation is going to be wearing down our hazard protection once we set down. But that's not the end of the world. I am, however, optimistic that we will be able to find larger resource deposits on this planet because it is a fairly hostile environment. Not seeing any resource deposits so far. Oh, there's one. And it looks fairly good size. Now that looks like dioxide. I'm not opposed to setting down here, but I would like to be near some kind of structure, if at all possible, just to make things a little more interesting. So maybe I see a copper deposit, or maybe I see a structure to set down here. Let's just keep flying around a little bit longer. Boy, this is a really ugly planet, though, isn't it? I mean, it's nighttime, but still really freaking ugly. Some kind of deposit, I thought, off there to the left. What are these? Some kind of rare harvestable plant there. Is there something off in front of me? No, that's just showing me where my ship is. Oh, here we go. All right, we found something to set down here. Good on us. Now let's hope there are multiple massive copper deposits nearby. Contaminated puddles. It is a resource-rich planet. That's good. Just to kick things off here and get settled in, let's check out the signal. The wreck of the Hitak Daga. Log extraction complete. It's always the same log at these. I'm just going to click through it really quickly. But it does give us the mission to salvage freighter materials from this site, which we'll probably do. But before we do that, yeah, lots of cargo pods buried here. Ah, there's a copper deposit, close. Cargo pod, cargo pod, cargo pod. We'll check out these cargo pods. I just want to see what the copper situation is. Cobalt, cobalt, cobalt. Drop pod, cobalt, cobalt, copper, copper, cobalt. Lots of copper, but at least a few... lots of cobalts, but at least a few copper. Let me just level off my hazard protection before we head out and check out that first copper deposit. Hopefully these are massive, since this is a resource-rich and fairly hostile environment. Run. Oh, come on, you can do it. Get those thighs a-churning. Can we see it from here? Oh, I don't see anything, but we could just be at a bad angle for it. It could be below defilade. Oh. You got some ugly-ass plants on this planet. Pure carbon. What's that? Raw sodium nitrate. I've never seen sodium nitrate on the ground like that before. It's always been something that you picked up or harvested or something. Wow, ugly, ugly. Oop, that's a good size copper deposit. Oh, mama. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some copper. Wow, this is going to take a while. You know what that means. More camp songs. Great green gobs of greasy, grimy gopher guts, mutilated monkey meat, appetizing birdie feet, 16 jars of all-purpose porpoise pus floating in pink lemonade. And I forgot my spoon. Technology recharged. This is going to take multiple recharges to get all this bad copper mined. Oh, but we're going to get lots of copper out of this. I'll tell you, if every deposit nearby is this size, we're going to be well on our way to actually getting that ship repaired. Now, having said that, I know we've already spent a small amount of resources on the repairs, but really, the most efficient thing to do is to not repair it at all. It's just to get it back to our freighter and hang out on the freighter, waiting for a better ship to come in that we can trade this for. This broken up ship for. Because this is going to be a lot of time and effort going into repairing this ship when we really don't have to repair it. Because for some reason, people will buy a ship from you without even asking if there are like 16 broken components on it. Which, you know, if I was a used car salesman, that would make me very, 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 very happy. Yeah, sure, I will sell you this broken down Mercedes for full price, even though most of the stuff on it doesn't work. Sure. Alright, I think we got most, if not all, the copper out of there. Couple more maybe hanging around. Nope, that's it. Alright, another quick scan. We got to get some rad protection going there. It's cobalt. Oops, that's a plant we haven't scanned. Let's get that scanned. Gotta scan. Gotta scan everything. Gotta scan them all. Copper 556. That's away from our ship, though. I'd rather head back to our ship and branch out again from there, or at least back toward the ship. That's kind of in the direction we want, but it's really far away, and we're low on radiation protection. I think it's the same distance from where we are now. If we just go back to let's go back to the ship and recharge our hazard protection first. Well, now that the sun is up, it's not quite as ugly. It's still pretty damn ugly. I like the rock formations. It's just the plants that are weird and deformed, which I guess is something you'd maybe expect on an irradiated planet like this. Can we jump jet up that high? I think we can. Just. Now, you know, before we go off to that copper, maybe we want to see what this freighter was carrying. We should probably open one of these cargo pods. What if the cargo pods contain chromatic metal? Something like that. That would save us a lot of legwork here. Why don't we do that? Let's check out a cargo pod. Oh, there's one near the surface here. What do you need to repair your lock? Pugnium? What the hell is pugnium? I don't have any pugnium. I don't even know what pugnium is. I don't think I've ever even seen any pugnium. Are all these going to need pugnium to open? I'll bet they all need pugnium to open. Yep, pugnium. Alright, well, we'll keep our eyes out for pugnium, but for now, we're just going to head over to the copper. And maybe we stumble across some pugnium along the way. Copper was this way-ish. Hold on, as soon as we get over the edge, I'll pull up my visor. Cobalt. Copper. Copper. That's what we want. Before we leave the ship vicinity, let's just make sure we have enough room in here that we're going to be able to... Yeah, we got plenty. Well, we got enough anyway. Maybe we should... Let's put down our refiner and have this copper working while we're off getting more. button, please work. Hey, it worked the first time I clicked it. That's a first. Oh, come on. I'm not afraid of heights. No, not at all. You know why? Jump jet! I has a jump jet. I'd like to upgrade my jump jet. Maybe that's something I should have asked Nada for, or Polo for, when he offered me an upgrade, and I chose the upgrade for the terrain tool. But I really would like to have a little bit more stamina and a little bit more of the life support recharge. Got plenty of oxygen. Those are cool plants, aren't they? The bug bapone. Oh, stop! Go! Why am I so bad at that? Go! Up! You don't offer me pugnium, do you? Let's get the scans going. Nope, just ferrite dust. How about you? Pugnium? Any got any pugnium on you? Hey buddy, can you spare a pugnium? Nope. Wow, I took us the long way around, huh? Ferrite dust and uranium. That might be valuable to harvest. Carbon, nitrogen. Salt and oxygen. You're not a predator, are you? Digs for tubers as a diet. No. Not looking like a large copper deposit over here, but maybe we're just not seeing it from a good angle. Oh, pugnium. Just ferrite dust. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So much copper. Oh. Oh, copper. Ah, stop depleting. Wow, I'm gonna need to do some ferrite mining with all this terrain manipulation. Oh yeah. I like the copper. Oh, there's definitely something therapeutic about harvesting this shiny metal. You know what I'm saying? All that glitters. Yep, we are definitely going to need some more ferrite soon. If we continue along this path. Again, I don't know if this is the best use of our time and energy and resources trying to repair this darn ship. I mean, we're not really gaining anything, are we? We could go and sell all this chromatic metal, and it would probably give us enough money to buy a fully functioning starship that's just as nice as this one. But for now, we're on a planet that is rich in these resources. So even if this is the wrong path, we're on it. Might as well take advantage. We need pugnium, though. find something with pugnium in it. Where's our ship? Chlorine and oxygen. Chlorine and oxygen. Carbon and nitrogen. Salt. Salt. Copper, pretty close. We're going to have to use some sodium nitrate to recharge our hazard protection in a second. But there's another copper deposit right over the hill here. Oh yeah.
Radiation protection void.
Yep. I know. Some damaged machinery over there. Interesting formation. You don't have any pugnium on you, do ya? Pure ferrite and uranium. Boy, we could do a lot worse than mining some of these. We could definitely use both of those elements. And I'll bet we'd get a heck of a lot of them out of those. Let me recharge my hazard protection here. And let's hit up these big bastages for their ferrite and uranium. Weapon charge depleted. You're welcome.
Radiation protection void.
Boom! Lots of pure ferrite. And how much uranium we get off of that? 7. Well, not much uranium, but uranium's really valuable. I mean, it's hard to come by, so I'm not surprised we're not getting a ton of uranium off there. I'll take whatever this gives me. Because we need the ferrite anyway. We're doing so much terrain manipulation. Ferrite dust and what? Pugnium? Maybe? Nope. Nope. Salt and pure ferrite I don't need. Well, I need the pure ferrite, but not the salt. Rather have uranium. Speaking of ferrite. Alright. I don't know, guys. Should we even be trying to repair that ship? I mean, it gives us something to do, but there are other things we could be doing as well. We need to build a base. I mean, I don't think we need to, but we haven't yet. And I think that there's a lot of stuff that you need to be researching and building at those bases to make your life easier. Now, I'm not generally a big base builder just for the sake of building a big base, but you know, for instance, to build a more advanced refiner instead of the portable refiner, you need to actually build a base with rooms in it. This seems like a very large. This seems like even larger than the other deposits that we've seen so far on this planet. Yeah, there's tons of copper here. Hello, creatures. What are you? His diet is tall grasses. That's not going to help us. That is Ratus Wergera. And we're still harvesting copper. thing's huge. Wow. Why, we spent an entire day. The night's it's coming on tonight again. We spent an entire day mining copper. We probably have lots of it.
Radiation protection void.
I love the dudes with the lights on their back. Probably not the smartest idea in terms of avoiding predators. I'll bet having lights on your back makes it really easy for predators to find you. Wow, our third ferrite recharge on this one copper deposit. And we're out of ferrite. We have no more ferrite left, so let's hope we get all the copper out of here before we have to go harvest more ferrite. Nope. We need more ferrite. Only plants, ferrite dust, ferrite dust. I wish there was another one of those big mamas with the pure ferrite, but no, we'll take... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Ferrite dust and uranium, I'll take it. It's better than no ferrite at all. And we're getting uranium. Carbon, carbon. One more bit of ferrite dust mining, and then we'll try to polish off the last of that copper. Let's hit it from the other side. Oh, what's happening? Was that just a cloud passing overhead? Recharge.
Technology recharge.
Ah! What? Why did you just hit me? His behavior is gentle. He eats tall grasses. Why did you just slam into me? What? Are you attacking me? Yo! I don't want to fight with you. Why are you doing that? Was that his copper? Was I taking... Whoa, why is he hostile to me? Get out of here. Oh, that was the last of my bolt cutter ammo. I got more back up in the starship, or the freighter. Maybe I accidentally hit one of these guys as I was mining. They seem to have fallen down in there. Alright, well... Alright, if that's not every last little bit of it, that's close enough for me. Especially with these guys pissed off of me. So let's head back to the ship. Which is... where? That way. Alright. And I think with that, guys, we're going to call this an episode. And in the next episode, we will come to a decision about what we want to do with all this copper that we've just harvested here. Because, you know, using like, I don't know, 900 chromatic metal to get that starship repaired really doesn't seem like the most efficient use of our resources. I mean, we could sell 900 chromatic metal for millions of credits, potentially. I don't actually know how much it's worth, but, you know, and then just use that money to buy a better starship. So, I mean, at this point, we've already put a little bit of effort and resources into the repairs, but not that much. Certainly not as much as it's going to take to get it fully working. Let's just get us back to the ship. Oh, come on. Just once do it right. Go. Nope. I stuck. Ooh, that's a long drop. And I think what we really should be doing is trying to find something that would give us pugnium so we can grab all the goodies out of the cargo pods back here at the crashed freighter. I mean, we are kind of doing that anyway, but we haven't been successful so far. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that they would ask you to use something that is not available on this planet to repair stuff on this planet. It seems like they'd be thoughtful about it in that sense. Come on. Oh. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I get that right? It's alright. Well, here we are back at the starship, and I've got lots of copper. Let's see, that's 500, 1,075 copper, and a bunch of chromatic metal we've already refined. And I have to figure out what's going to be the best thing to do here. I don't know. Well, thanks for watching Stop it. Shh. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the No Man's Sky next gameplay. And in the next episode, we'll figure out what we're going to do with all this copper and whether we really want to spend it all on repairing this busted up hoopty starship. Until the next episode, stay safe, survivors.